Okay. So now first thing is we'll see about how do you format the text. Formatting the text is changing the look and feel of the particular text. Something like, you know, the kind of handwriting you want to define. So we do this particular formatting. If you want to format the text, what will I do? Okay. So first thing is for the computer. Okay. In the Word application, when you want to format any text, so first thing is I need to select the text. Okay. So example, I have this heading says Ken Pro Learning. I want to format this particular Ken Pro Learning. So what I did, I just selected this. Just click on that and move on that particular thing. So I've selected. Once you select this, so you can see in your home tab, okay, that is in your home tab, we have this particular font group. In the font group, we have the various options here for changing this particular font. Something like we have a bold. I want to make this text as bold, italics, underline, or you want to have a strike through. We have various things. Even you want to change the style of that particular text. You want to change the size of this. Okay, you want to change the color. You want to highlight it, or you want to have some kind of a glowing effects and things can also be given. So we'll just see one by one. So imagine like say this is my heading. So what I want is I want to be a little bigger in size. I want to have an underline. I want to have a different color. How do we do it? Now you want to make it say bigger in size. So what I do is we have this particular size. I can just select here. I can just define the size you want to have. You can see as you increase the number, the size is growing. Okay. Then I say no, it is showing in this particular font style called as Calibri. But instead of Calibri, I want to have a different style. So in that case, what I do is I just hit on this particular arrow. This is for changing the style. So what I'll do, I'll just hit on this and then you'll be selecting what style you want to have. Say example, fine. So yeah. So we have a lot of styles. You can see the live preview, how it is going to look and all those things. And you can just click on that. It just applies. Okay. So what is that we did? You want to change this font style. I just clicked on this particular small arrow, what is there, and I selected whatever the style you want to have. So this is the list of styles are there. Okay. Once you apply this, you can see the text style has changed. Now, what I want to do is I want to make this underline. So what I do, I just select this text and I just click on the underline. So when I hit on this underline, you can see that particular text gets a underline. Okay, it is getting even a underline there. Now we do also have italics. Italics is you want to make it slanting, so we can make it italics. So we can make all together or either of it. See, one thing is if you have selected this option, it just gets shaded. Okay, so that means you have selected. I say I don't want italics. You can see italics is not selected, but bold and underline is selected. So you can just say what is that you needed. Okay, this is some. Now I say this is kind of a heading. So I want to change the color of this. I don't want in the default that is a black color, but instead of that, I just want to have in a different color. So what I do, I just select again the same text. I can just go to this particular for changing the color. For changing the color of the text, we select this option and there you select whatever the color you wanted. Say example, I want this to be in say blue color. Okay, so fine. So whichever the blue you want. So you got this in this color. Okay. So you can do this particular thing, or I say you have some kind of a text effects. You can see here. So we also can apply this particular text effect for this. So you want to give some kind of effects for your text. So in that case, I just hit on this. And you can see we have a predefined lot of effects are there. So you want to look at something like a golden look like this, or you want to have this kind of shadings, or you want to have with the reflection falling, okay, with the kind of borders kind of things, or like embossed, like you know, raised effect or some kind of things, or you can see with the gradient fill, like dark to light colors or some things, you can go for it. So what kind of you want it. Okay. So when you're doing this, so you can see there, we do also have more options. So when I go with the outline, so say example, I want to have something like this, but in this, I want to fill the outline with a different color. So instead of giving this particular default outline color, I want to change the outline color. So you can see it is looking like, we have two effects here. The actual, the saffron color behind, the blue color above. So you can also have those particular things. Okay. So there are many options. You can explore this. So you want to have a kind of a shadow effects. So you can give even the kind of a shadows that you want to have. So you can see like when I give like this, so there is a kind of a shadow which generally makes this particular text to give a kind of a raised effect. Okay. And what else? We have a reflection, how you want the reflection, or like you say example, you want to have a reflection, you can say how much of reflection you want to have. Okay, if you want to have a reflection. And we do also can give some kind of a glowing effects. You can see. Okay, so you can see I have just given a kind of a glowing effect, so with a kind of green color. Okay, so you can just say how you want this particular glowing effect to be. Okay, how much of glow you wanted, less or more of things that can be given. Okay, this was uh, some things to do with the effects. Not only that, apart from that, you want to even give a background color, or you want to give some kind of a highlighter, so you can also give a kind of a highlighter. So I can just say highlighter is used when see, like you are reading some notes, and we'll come across some very important words, and that you want to uh, highlight it, so that next time you are reading, so this should be more eye catching. So in that case, what we do is I just go for the highlight. Okay, you can select a highlighter and select it on whichever the text you want to highlight. So some important words or some things, so you can just select those. Even the sentences, paragraphs can be selected. See, when you use this particular highlighter, what exactly is happening is it is filling the color in the background. It is not disturbing your look of the text. Okay, but at the same time, the color is giving in the background. Okay, so when you fill, so color is going to shade out. Okay, if you write it over it, but highlighting, what is happening is it is just giving in the background. Okay, just like example how you use a highlighter, the normal highlighter, the physical highlighter. Now this highlighter can also have with a different color. Okay, so you can just define the kind of a color, or some people have this habits, if it is some important questions, they use a say green color. If it is something like uh, an alerts, or you say this is very important for the exams or something, they highlight with the red ink or something. So we can also use a multiple color highlighters, and you can highlight it. Okay, if it is just an additional information, you want to have a different color. If it is very important, you want to have a different color. And some particular text, we want to use it for the later reference, use a different highlighter. I've seen some people, like they carry 3 4 different colors of highlighters, and they highlight it and they read and all this thing. So we can use those particular multiple color highlighters. Okay. Yeah, so this was about how do you format the text. Apart from that, there are more options also. Something like we have something called as a change case. See, when I talk about the change case, when I talk about a case is the text case. Text case is whether you want the text in the capital letters or a small letters, or in what is a title case, the first alphabet in the capital, then followed with a smaller case. So you can decide, okay, what kind of case may you want it. Say example, I want to unhighlight, remove this particular highlighting pointer, no? Then just hit on the back. So I say no color, or I just say back. When you hit on this once again, so highlighting option is gone. So now what I want is, see this particular words, okay, I want to change it to the uppercase. So generally I've seen many people, okay, they rewrite it particular text. I say you don't have to rewrite the text. You want some particular text to be in the upper case or something, just highlight that particular text, and you can just go to the change case, and you can just say what case you want it. Uppercase, it gets into uppercase. Or I say no, I want in the lower case. Or see, sometimes accidentally you've written in the uppercase, but I say no, key press was key caps key was on when it was typing. Later I saw, oh, everything has got typed in the uppercase. You don't have to worry. Just select it and change it to the lowercase or uppercase. Or we have something called as capitalize each word. So what this is going to do, so each word when you see, save is S in caps, T is in caps, I is in caps. So generally again when you are using this headings, multi-words headings, in that case every start of the word you want in uppercase, so we can use this particular thing. Okay, capitalize each word. We do also have what you say a toggle case. Toggle case is just reversing that particular case. So before it was like, upper and then small. Now the upper case character is converted to lower, lower is converted to upper. So you can have this also. But generally sentence case is the very this one. In the case of sentence case, what happens whenever you have a full stop after starting that, the word is in caps. Okay, after every full stop the word is in caps. Start of the paragraphs is in caps. Okay, got it. And a shortcut key to do this particular thing is, yeah, see now you want to change this particular cases. Okay, so you have this particular paragraphs. So now many people wants to know shortcut keys. So generally shortcut key is when you know about shortcut keys, so the things goes much faster. Now I want to change this case. So I have written this particular paragraph. Now I want to change it into a sentence case or uppercase or something. Okay, instead of going here and searching where it is and then, so we can also use a shortcut key is Shift plus F3. You can see it changes. Everything is in caps. Again, Shift F3, everything has converted to lowercase. Shift F3, now you can see it has changed it to what is a sentence case. Shortcut key to change the case is Shift HIFT plus function key F3. A shortcut to change the case is Shift plus F3. So just select the text and then you can change the case. Say example, like I have this Kentro, I want to convert into uppercase. I just say Shift F3, Shift F3, Shift F3. So you can just see it changes the cases. Okay. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, fine, cool. The next thing is, okay, see, like imagine like I want to write some kind of a chemical formulas. Say, what is the formula for water? So formula for water is something, say, H2O, no? H2O. So this is the formula for water. Is it? Is it true? Okay. No.
Yeah, it is.
Generally, when I'm writing the chemical formula, I want this 2 to be shifted to the bottom of H. Okay. In this case, we have this particular option here called as subscript. Okay. So we have this particular option here called as a subscript. So what a subscript will do is, okay, so the text will be shifted to the base. Okay. So it is called as a subscript. SUBSCRIPT, subscript. Okay. Now, suppose imagine like, I want to write some kind of mathematical formulas. So we just say x square. Okay, I want the square. Square is like, 2 to be raised power. I just say x square plus y square is equal to z. Okay. So now I want this particular thing and this thing to be shifted to the top. So what I did is I'm just selecting this, hold on the control key and select this. That is, hold on the control key will allow you to select the alternated text. If you hold on the shift, contiguous selection. Okay. After doing this particular selection, so we have this particular option here called as a superscript. You can see, and under the font we have the superscript. When I hit on this particular superscript, so you can see it has shifted to the top. Okay. 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 This was about your superscript. Superscript is shifting to the power. Subscript is shifting the text to the base. Or like suppose you want to write this 1st. Okay. See, in this case, what happens? The st will go automatically top. So if I say third, so if I say 3 and if I say RD, so this has in the new feature, what happens as soon as you press a space, so it will consider, okay, RD is you want to set this particular text to the top, it just goes to the top. Okay. So otherwise, if this particular option is not there, we'll be selecting this and we'll be shifting to the uppercase. Okay. So something like if I say 100th, so the TH goes top. Okay. So this is good features here. Nothing. Okay. So now see, like, I have done a lot of formatting for this particular Kenpro. I say, no, I don't want this formatting. I want to remove the formatting. So in that case, what I do, I can just select this particular, what you say. See, it was like this. Now I want to remove this. I just select this. And here we have something called as clear all formatting. As soon as I hit on this, the formatting is being removed from that. Okay, so you have done some formatting later. You say, no, I'm not liking this particular formatting. The actual text was good, but this formatting is not good. So you can just use the clear to remove all this particular formatting. So I say, no, I want it. So you can just say undo, it will be there. Okay, so this is something to do with formatting. Okay, clear? Any questions?
No.
Okay. So see, what is header and footer? So generally, when I talk about a header and footer, is some text which you want to repeat in every page. Okay, so you want some particular text which I want to repeat in every page. So generally, when you make some kind of a books and all those things, we use this kind of a headers and footers. So where you can repeat that particular text in every page. Fine. So now headers are nothing but the text which repeats in the top of the page. So headers is some text which repeats in the top of the page, and the footer. So when I talk about the footer is nothing but the text which repeats in the bottom of the page. Okay. So now, how do we give this particular header and footer? Now, say example, I want my name to be repeated in every page. Okay, top of the page, I want my name to be repeated. So what I will do here, I'll just go to this particular insert. Okay, there we have this particular thing called as a header and footer. So what I did is, if you want to go for the headers and footers, I'll go to this particular insert tab. In the ribbon, I'll go to the insert tab. Under the insert tab, so you can see there is this concept called as a header. Okay, now in the header we have different templates, different style of headers. So whether you want to have a single text over here, or you want to have three text. See, something like, I want to write my name, my company name, and might be a page number, or might be what you say, my country name or city name I want to write. I can write even multiple things also. Okay. So in that case, what I will do is I'll just go to the header. Yeah, we can select this kind of option, or you can see there is this kind of a template where it's trying to show the page numbers and things. Since I wanted to have my name or thing, so what I will do is I can just select. So you can see there are a lot of views are there: title name, author name. So we can go with the different colors, author name, and the document title is there. Okay, so I can select any one of this one. So now what I'll do, okay, I think I want to go for this. Okay, so when I select this, you can see that particular style comes. And one thing, when you observe, you can see there is one dotted line over here. There is a dotted line. So it says this is my header. Okay, and this particular section, what you're seeing, this is my actual contents. or I can just say is the page content, I can say, or body of the text, okay, where you're writing the actual content. Now, okay, and you can see this will be repeated one in the top of the section, and this will be given in the margin area. It is using the margin space what we had defined. Now it says enter the document title. You can type that particular document title that you wanted. So I can just select this and I can write the name. So I just say I want to have my name. So I just give my name. Fine. I want to even have the date or something. So you can just hit on this. It shows you a date, a kind of a calendar kind of thing. Now again, I created a document on a particular day. I want that particular day to be there. So you can just go to a calendar and you can just say which day or something. It automatically picks that date and it will be there. Okay. Sure. After that, what I do is I just close this particular header and footer, and you can see this is little grayed out. You can see here in your margins. So we have this particular gray area and the white area. So this gray area is your header section. Okay, the gray area is the header section and the white area is the content section. So that is appearing there. So when I come out of this particular header and footer, you can see my focus is here. This is more visible. This is little grayed out. So I want to go back to my header. Just double click on that header section. So I have selected the header and I have come out of my content part. Okay. So next is okay. Now when you go out of this, so you can see this is there in every page. So you can see in every page this is repeating. So let me zoom in and I'll show you. Yep. So you can see here in every page, the top of the page. So this particular headers are being repeated. Okay, so this is the beauty of this. So that means you have written some kind of a document, a notes, a book or something, and you want that particular contents to be repeated in every page. So you don't have to sit and explicitly keep typing that in every page. So one time in one place you do it, it just applies in all the pages. Okay, so next thing is, see, there will be some options where I say I want this header to be not there in the first page. I want from the second page or something. Or we do also have this particular option as I want to have this in odd pages or the even pages. Okay, so in that case, yeah. See, first thing is, what I mean to say is, when you go for this particular header, so we have something to do with design tab. So you can see here, we have a header and footer. Under that header and footer, we have this particular design tab. Under the design tab, we have the various options here. Various option is, I want to have a different first page. That means I don't want this header to be there in the first page. I want this to be there in the second page onwards. Or in the first page, I want to have a different headings. In the second page onwards, we'll have a different. So generally, we have seen this in the books or even in the notes. First few pages, there'll be no headings, or first pages, they don't want the headings and so headers, but they want the headers, author name, publication name, and all these things to be repeated from the second page onwards. In that case, what I will do, I'll just select this different first page. So when I select the different first page, you can see in the first page, the header is removed, but in the second page onwards, the same thing is continued. So it is there in every this one. So, but in the first page, you can see there is no header. So now in the first page, you want to have a different headers. You can define a different headers in the first page. Say example, I want to say in the first page, I want to say as a Ken Pro learning. And I just want to do some kind of formatting, the cosmetic things for this. I say I want to have a different color, a kind of effect, italics, underline. I want this into the center. I want this to be highlighted. Say cool. Check. I just given this thing. So when you look now, there's a different heading in the first page, and the rest of the page there is a different headings. Okay, so there'll be requirements like when you're making a project or documentation. Okay, they say, oh, I don't want the headings in the first page, but I want in the following pages. Okay, so in that case, so we go to this option here. So once you go for the headers and footers, you get this additional tab called as header and footer tools. There you can select this different first page header or thing. So different first page header means the first page is different and the rest of the page is different. Okay, now apart from that, we do also have something called as a different odd and even pages. Odd and even pages is, you would have seen in the books, what happens is in the even pages we have a different headings, in the odd pages we have a different headings. So in that case, so we use this particular different odd and even pages. Fine. So in that case, what I do, I just hit on this different odd and even pages. So now you can see this particular header is repeated in the different pages. So now you can see it is in the odd pages, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see this in the third page, the fifth page, and then in the seventh page it will continue. Yeah, 3, 5, and 7. Now 2, 4, 6, I want to have a different formatting. So what I do, I'll just go for the second page or any even page. So, and you can see here it says this is the even page, this is the odd page. Okay, so you can say odd pages may what content you want, even pages may what content you want. In the even page, say example, say the name of me is there, say Mohammed Sadiq. Say in the odd pages, I just want to talk about, I say Bangalore or something, India. Okay, I say this is the odd page. I want to say it's a Bangalore, India, and in the even, even pages I'm telling is Bangalore, India. Odd pages I'm telling like this. So now you can see the headings, how it is showing. This is the first page heading. This is the even page heading. Okay, second page onwards, and you can see odd page heading, even page heading, odd page heading. Okay, so every alternate pages you'll have it. This is like, when you have a book. Okay, when you scroll that particular book, events me you want to have a different, odd pages me you want to have a different, this one. So we use this particular thing. Okay, the same way, let us do one thing is we'll go to the footer. Now, as I said, header is nothing but the text which is repeating in the top of the page. The same way, the footer is the text which is repeating in the bottom of the page. So now again, to go to the footer, what I do, I can just use the same header and footer tools. Okay, or we can go to the insert, and from the insert, that is like, directly you want to have only the footer, you can just go to the insert. We have the footer, and you can say what kind of footer you want, how you want this footer to be. Okay, in what style may you want this footer to be. So you can just use this. So there are a lot of built-in templates, so which shows with the date and the page number. So view horizontal, vertical, so they are good. Say example, I want to have the page numbers. So might be I want to have a page numbers written in this kind of box, or might be like, this kind of a gray with author name and things. We can just go for it. Okay. So yeah, author name, if you don't want, we can just remove this also. It's not necessary that you need to follow. Or instead of that, I just want to say page number or hash or something. People use this hash symbol, is it? So now that's it. One time I have given, and you can see this will appear in all the pages. It says this is the page 4, and this is page 6. Okay, since we have given here different headers on the odd and even pages, so you can, but I say even in the odd pages, I want to have a same this one. So I can go to the footer. Let's just see. So odd as well as in the even pages, we have it. Page number. Yeah. or like your college name. If you're writing a documentation or something, so you want the college name to be there. You want to add an additional text box telling your college name to be repeated. Suppose if you're doing a project documentation, or if you're working in a company, you want a company name or terms and condition, copyright protection or something. In that case, what I will do is I'll add an additional text box. I'll just click on this particular insert tab. In the insert tab, I can select a text box, and I can just say a text box that you want to appear, and you can write the text that you want to have. Okay, say Bangalore and India. I think so. This will be repeated. Whatever you give will be repeated. So now this is on the odd page, so you can give the same thing even in the even page. Yeah. Next is we'll see about this particular thing here called as bullets and numbering. Okay. I think you can see my screen. No, I'm using the Word document, or I have to share my screen. I think now you can see my screen. Is it all?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine. It's fine. We are going to do with this particular thing called as bullets and numbering. What is this particular bullets, or what is this numbering? See, when I want to write some multiple points, so I will always be happy, like to give some kind of a symbols prefix to that, or sometimes a numbers prefix to that. The symbols are nothing but your bullets, and if that same thing is in the form of numbers or alphabets or Roman numbers or things, we call that as a numbering. Okay. In the case of numbering, what happens? Every new sequence will be generated with a new number. In the case of bullets, okay, the same symbol will be repeated. So how do we do this particular bulleting and numbering? And we do also have multi levels of bulleting and numbering. We will look into it. If you have observed yesterday when I was writing this particular contents in yesterday's session, okay. 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 See, yesterday I was telling, like, we studied about this particular main content about margins, alignment, line spacing. Under margin, we said we have different this one. So we call this a multi levels. So how do we go for this? So that is what we will look into in today's session. Okay. So let us do one thing. Okay. Now I want to write some what you say list of topics what we have covered. So I just said we have covered something with intro to MS Word. Okay, in Word we have seen with alignments. Now when I write this, I say I'm going to write some points. I want to give this in the form of a symbols or thing. In that case, what you do is you can either give it after you write the text or before writing the text. So if you want to give the bullets, so what we do is what we go to the insert. We have this thing called as bullets and numbering. Um, that's it. Yeah. So it is actually in the home tab. So you want to go with this particular what you say bulleting and numbering. So it is under the home tab. under the home tab, you can see we have this thing here called as bullets and numbering in the paragraph itself. Okay, so bullets are nothing but the symbols. I can just select it, what kind of symbols you want to have. Okay, you can just select a kind of symbol you want to have. Say example, I want to have this kind of symbol. As soon as I select this, okay, fine, so it just comes with this particular symbol. Now I say under align, then alignments we've seen with margins, then we have seen with spacing, and then we have seen with headers, and okay, so as you press enter, you can see automatically a new symbol keeps coming with a similar this one. So this is nothing but your bullets. Okay, so now what I want is, see, under margins we saw with the different types of margins. So I want those particular thing is one level in with a different symbol. So what I do is I just press enter and say tab. When I say tab, okay, a new list, a new type of bullet comes automatically. So now I say in the margins, we have seen with left margin, we have seen with the top, right, and bottom. Fine. So example, and the spacing, I just press enter, I say tab. When I say tab, it is one level in, a second level, sub level we call it as. We saw with paragraph spacing, and we saw with the line spacing. So it just says, okay, so this is how we go. So again, under paragraph spacing, so you want to give multiple this one, so you can just say press enter, say tab. So you can see it comes again, we say tab, so a kind of symbol comes, then again we say tab, a symbol, different symbol. So we call this as a multi-level bullets. Multi-level bullets. Fine. Okay, now the same thing you can also give with the numberings. So if I want to have a numberings, I can just select the same things. I say no, I don't want bullets, I want numbers. So I can just select and just change it to numbers. You can see it just comes as numbers. So you can see the first level, so it is coming as 1 2 3 4 5. Under one you can see, under this, okay, it says A B C D. Under this you can see A and B. Under that you can see Roman number 1. Under that again 1 dot 2 dot 3, again A dot B dot. Fine. Now what I want is, I want to customize this. Say under the second level, I don't want as A B C D, but instead of A B C D, see, since this is coming under the margins, so margins main level is 2, and this is the sub level. So I want to say this is 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. I want something like that. In that case, what I will do, so I'll just select the same. We can give your own custom level of customizing your levels, multi levels. So here you can see we have this kind of format. I say no, I want to have something like this. When you select like this, you can see, so main level says 1 2 3 4 5. The second level you can see 2.1 2 3 3.1. So which is under that you can see 3.1.1. So under this you can see 3.1.1, 3.1.1.2, 3.1.1.3. You can see again the last numbers is increasing and thing. Okay, so that means, see, what happens is, now you have this header and footers. When you press enter, automatically you get with the same sequence. Okay, but I want to say header separately is this one. I just say tab. Now I say under footers, I will have something called as odd pages, even pages and thing. I just press enter. So under footers, we have a even page footer, odd page footer. In the odd page or even page, you want to have some kind of a formattings or dates, date and page number or something. So you can see, so this is a multi-level, so where you can define your own custom level of bullets and numbers that you wanted to have. Okay, so that is, we just go for here and then. So you can even customize this particular thing. So I say it is like this, or you want to define the second level, you want to define the different. So in that case, so you go to the very bottom of the list. Okay, so you can define a new multi-level list. So that means, see, instead of 2.1, I want to have a Roman number 123 or something. So what I'll do, I'll just go to this particular, again, what you call it as insert bullets and numbers. I say define a new level. Okay, so now this is my first level is coming like this. Second level is this 1.1. So now the second level I don't want as 1.1, but I want as Roman numbers or something. So I'll say capital Roman numbers I want to have. The third level, I say I want to have a small Roman numbers. The fourth level, I say I want to have capital ABC. Fifth level, I say I want to have a small ABC. Okay, so there are list of various types and things. Okay, so I think that should be good. Say okay. 2 3 is repeated. I don't want one there. Yeah, in all this it is showing this. I say no, I just want as in the all level it was being defined. No, so I say this is then capital Roman numbers. And the third level, I say I want to have a small Roman numbers. In the fourth level, I say I want as capital ABC. In the fifth level, I say I want to have a small ABC. So you can continue like that. Okay, so you can customize your own level. The first level how you want the data, the second level how you want the data. Each level wise you can have it. I think 9 level is good enough because the page width itself is almost 6 inches. Okay, so 9 is a good enough number. Okay, if it is more than that, you'll not be able to do so much of multi levels in the single A4 size width page. Okay, so apart from that, so here you can see we also have this option of alignment. So text indented and alignments. So that is nothing but how you want the alignment, left or right, and the space between the numbers and this one, the space what you have, you can adjust this also. So I say I want to have a more space, so you can just go with this particular text indenting. So half an inch space. At each level you want to have a half inch space. So you can see this I've given half an inch space. Before it was less. So you can set this particular. Okay. Okay. Now see, like same kind of a standard spacing and all these things you want to set, you can just define the space and you can say set this for all levels. So the same thing will be set for all the levels, the spacing and that you want to have. I just say as okay. So you can see with the spacing it is being given. Okay. Today's session, so before we wind up, so just giving a review of what we have done today. So today we have seen how do we format the text. So we have seen how do we give this particular headers and footers, and then we have seen how do we give this particular bullets and numbering. Okay, I hope all these things are clear. So I I think Tirumala has got a control of my mission.
Yes, so now I'm getting it.
Okay, okay. Now you will have the share option there itself.
Okay. Well, Monday I will check it, sir. No problem.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
fine.